Welcome back everybody, I hope you're having a beautiful day today and I hope you're ready for what we're going to read today. We're going to be reading Am I the Devil today and it's going to be horrifying and I don't know if I'm ready for it, but at the same time I know it's going to be fun. I'm kind of hoping it's not too horrifying today. Okay, let's get into it. Enjoy guys. Am I the a-hole for not letting men use my bathroom? Wow, okay, so this one is going to be interesting, I feel like. I, 37 female, don't like having men in my bathroom whatsoever. I've told my sons before that they can pee in the backyard before going to my bathroom. Wow, okay. My bathroom is the only bathroom downstairs, so my husband and one son walk upstairs to use the bathroom. My husband and sons think I'm ridiculous, but I don't care. Yeah, well, to be fair, it does sound kind of ridiculous. We were having a party at my house. My sons and my husband invited their friends. So I decided to invite a couple of friends too. My friends and I were talking upstairs and then one of my friends, who's also the mum of one of the son's friends, said she was going to go use the bathroom. I told her to go use mine and she said, "Isn't there a bathroom right there?" Referring to my husband's bathroom, but I told her to just go use mine and it's better to not use my husband's bathroom. She walked off downstairs to my bathroom. A minute later my friend came back and she said that she'd wait because there was somebody already in the bathroom and there was a line. I started marching downstairs and it was men and teenage boys in line for my bathroom. I came over to my husband and sons and started screaming at them for not telling their friends about my rule. I told the guests to never use my bathroom ever again. Very stern. My husband's friends all started laughing at me and talking about me in Spanish. They're Mexican. My son's friends were also laughing at me. I then started yelling at all of them because they need to know that I'm serious. My friends at this time came down to see what was happening. I told everybody how it was disgusting to have men pee in my bathroom. It's unsanitary and it makes me nauseous. All of my husband's friends said that I was a lunatic and then they left. My son's friends left alongside them, and all of my female friends said that I needed help, so they left too. My husband and sons were all very angry with me and they said I was an a-hole and I ruined all of their friendships. They stayed in a hotel for the night. Am I the a-hole? OP, do you feel like everybody does this? Like, do you think this is normal or something? Why is this such a big deal? Like, maybe explore the reason that it's such a big deal for you, OP. Oh, that was so wild. And how they said all of my female friends even said I needed help, as if they would all understand and they probably do the same thing or something. Like, no, that's definitely strange. And also, it didn't say the reason why OP is so against men using the bathroom. I'm assuming that she's dealt with men use the toilet before and been like super gross or something, and probably had to do some cleaning up after them and stuff. But also, if that's the case, the way that OP flipped out at everybody, of course that's not the way to handle it. And to make your sons go outside before they use your bathroom is so wild. But yeah, the marching down to your friends and screaming at everybody. What the hell? Surely this one's not real. And yeah, like this comment said, all of my husband's friends said that I was a lunatic. All of my female friends said I needed help. My husband and son said I was an a-hole. Check, check, check. You the a-hole. Yeah, I don't know. So everybody else in OP's family are boys. So like, are they just gross on the toilet or something? Is that what it is? Like, you have a conversation about it if that's what it is. You don't ban everybody from using the toilet. And I understand if you have your own house and you have an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs one too, that you sort of have like your own one downstairs. But when your friends come over, you can't scream at them for using it. Yeah, like this comment says, why are you so afraid of men using your bathroom that would make you scream at people? Yeah, I feel like you need to get to the bottom of that, OP. Like, that's such an extreme reaction. Go take a dump on the lawn if you have to. But yeah, you were screaming at your friends and your family over this, OP. Of course you're the a-hole. Like, that's not justified. And also, if your husband and sons can't use the toilet without peeing everywhere, tell them to sit down or talk to them about it, you know? That's so wild. I don't even know if that's what the issue is, but I'm assuming it is. But yeah, how rude to everybody, and especially the friends that were coming over. Oh yeah, not gonna come back here. I might get screamed at for going to the toilet. Okay, the next one that we're gonna read is called Am I the a-hole for saying I told you so to my obese friend? My 26 female friend Natalie, 25 female, is obese. Not morbidly, but she's around 180 pounds at 5'4". That's obese in a concerning way. Okay, I don't feel like it is OP. Usually I let people live their lives, but this is my friend and I want the best for her health. Oh god, here we go. I've asked her to join me at the gym multiple times, but she always says no to hang out with her boyfriend. She's complacent because her boyfriend is an attractive man who has muscles and all that jazz. I don't know how he became attracted to Natalie, but I'm worried that she'll just think that she can be fat all the time and not have to worry at all about her weight. Jesus Christ, OP, what are you even saying here? Over the months, it's become worrying because I see her eating more bread and pasta. Oh, get out of here. Is this rage bait? date. Here's where I may be the a-hole. Yeah, there's no maybe about it, OP. We were hanging out at the park near the mall and Natalie was joking around with her boyfriend. They started running across the park until Nat got tired and then tripped over. They were like, oops, but I took the opportunity to say, haha, this is why I told you so. Exercise more and then you won't trip and fall. I meant to say it as a joke. Oh yeah, funny joke. Oh, this is so infuriating. That's not a joke, OP. You're just being mean. But Natalie said that she's had enough of my comments, cussed me out and called me an a-hole. Yeah, fair enough too. Her boyfriend called me one too. I don't understand. But anyway, we went back to the mall with them both giving me the cold shoulder. How am I wrong for wanting my friend to be healthy? Am I the a-hole? Nah, this can't be real. How can you not realize how rude you're being, OP? And like the top comment says, Jesus Christ, you're the a-hole. 180 pounds at 5'4" is overweight, but it's by no scientific means considered obese in a concerning way. You don't need to police her weight or fitness. The way that you talk about her relationship is horrendously rude. Like you seem to think that a conventionally attractive and fit guy can't be rationally attracted to a bigger girl. That's a really, really crappy view. I mean, what do you think? Fat people can only date other fat people? There's nothing notable about a muscly guy dating a chubby girl. It happens. Get over it. Unless you're into her boyfriend and you want him for yourself or something. You pay way too much attention to what she eats. It's not the end of the world that she likes bread and pasta. No good friend should police food for others. Monitoring their meals is a painfully unhealthy behavior. And what the hell does tripping over have to do with physical fitness? I'm 5'8" and 150 pounds. I go to the gym multiple times a week. I eat well. And oh my god, sometimes I trip over. Do you want to tell me that I'm unhealthy? In summary, you the a-hole. Your entire attitude towards your friend is awful and I hope you can get a clue. Yeah, 1,000,000%. All of that was so cruel. And also to add in the hurtful joke that wasn't even a joke. Like one of those things where people think they can say anything and then say, oh, I'm just joking. Like that's not what a joke is. You just wanted to be mean, so you said, oh, I'm only joking. And masking the entire thing by saying, oh, I'm just concerned for my friend. No way. And there's definitely some jealousy going on here. Yeah, this comment, you the a-hole just for that one line about, I don't know how he became attracted to Nat. Never mind the rest of it. So you're baffled that she has a boyfriend who isn't shallow. This sounds very much to me like you feel jealous of her in some other respect. Maybe you fear that she's smarter or nicer or funnier than you, and you're making the most of the one thing that you can feel superior about. And it also amazes me how people are so concerned about health when it comes to visible fatness, but not about other unhealthy stuff. Would you be on her case like this with judgmental and snarky comments if she was eating junk food and not exercising, but was also skinny? Or if she wasn't getting enough sleep, drinking more than 4 standard drinks on a single occasion? Why not? These are unhealthy behaviors too. It's amazing how people reserve their concern for health issues that they also regard as non-aesthetically pleasing or socially embarrassing. Yeah, and using that as a way to put your friend down and say all this awful stuff about them, but then to be like, oh, I'm only concerned. No, you're not. Oh, that was so bad. Surely that's not real. Yeah, this comment too. So how long have you been in love with her boyfriend? Obviously you the a-hole. You don't care about her health. You care that her boyfriend is hot and you think that she doesn't deserve him because she's fat. Grow up and leave her alone. She doesn't deserve a friend like you. Yeah, obviously OP doesn't even like their friend. Oh god, that was so bad. We need to move on. The next one is called Am I the a-hole? I asked my sister to make me a hand-knitted blanket and it's ugly in capital letters. About a month ago, I asked my sister to make me a hand-knitted blanket. I always wanted one just to go on the back of my sofa or on my bed, so she said that she'd love to make one. So after a while, the blanket was complete. Her and the elderly lady that she works for made this blanket, and the colors were going to be a surprise to me. I literally had showed my sister a picture on the internet of colors that I wanted to see in the blanket. So the day finally comes where I get to open the box that she'd wrapped, and it was supposed to be a surprise, so I opened it up, and my first reaction was I loved it. It was super soft, and it was extremely heavy because the blanket is 10'7" long and 5 foot wide, but it's extremely ugly. It's got a dark hunter green fabric and yellow, red, white, and green threads. She told me that her little old lady picked out the colors from Hobby Lobby, which my sister knows I freaking hate when she supports those homophobic companies. After seeing how big the blanket was, I told her I could probably sell it for $250. It's so huge, I didn't know what to do with it. So she said, yeah, go ahead and sell it if you want to. So I posted it on Facebook Marketplace. Wait a second, somebody makes you a gift and you're gonna sell it? Like as in you're gonna keep the money? For 2 weeks, not a single person messaged me to buy this blanket. I marked it down to 100 for 1 week and not a single person messaged me to buy the blanket. It's ugly and I'm not exaggerating. I'll attach a picture in the comment section. So I told my sister the other day, not a single person has messaged me to buy the blanket off Facebook. So I was gonna package it up and have one made for you. And since I'm not gonna use it, I thought I'd just pass it along to somebody who would use it. So am I the a-hole? Oh my god. So ungrateful OP. And also, I hope you didn't mean that you were gonna keep the money. And like this comment says, I can't even fathom asking somebody for a handmade gift, criticizing where they purchased the materials to make it for me. Hobby Lobby is terrible though. Telling them that it's ugly, and then to turn around and try to sell it for my own profit, and when I couldn't, tell them it's ugly again? Wild. Of course you hurt her feelings, and of course you're the a-hole. Big time. Yeah, and to keep on telling her like, oh, nobody even likes it because it's so ugly, it's not even selling on Facebook. Like, it's so ugly, it's so bad, nobody even likes it. God, that's awful. So yeah, it was a gift, and the audacity to say what you said to her, OP, and then on top of that to sell it, and on top of that again, to go back and keep telling her how nobody likes it. Wow, that's unbelievable. I can't believe how frustrating that is. Make your own blanket. Yeah, and this one too, you the a-hole, just say thanks and keep it. That's very bad manners and hurtful behavior towards people who busted their asses to make you something out of love. You really need to apologize. Yeah, definitely need to apologize, OP. And also, why didn't you buy the materials for it? Like, I don't know how expensive stuff like that is, but a lot of people in the comments are saying that it would be really expensive, but obviously OP didn't pay for the stuff, but has the audacity to criticize where it came from. Like, come on, that's so ungrateful. The next one is called, am I the a-hole for not attending my best friend's wedding? My friend, 27 female, asked me, 28 female, to be one of her bridesmaids for her wedding. She was my maid of honor 2 years ago, and before that, we'd always say that we'd be each other's maid of honor. We've been friends for 20 years. When she asked me to be a bridesmaid, it stung a bit, to be honest, but seeing as she has a twin sister that she is close to, it made sense that she should be her maid of honor. The issue that I really had with this is that at one point before I did barely anything as a bridesmaid, she told me, you don't have to stand with the other bridesmaids during the wedding. I found it weird that she was saying that, but I replied, no, I want to be there with all of you. After a bit, she admitted that she doesn't want me standing there with everybody because of my fear of being the center of attention and my social anxiety. She was worried that I'd have a panic attack like I did standing there at my own wedding. Honestly, it was bad during my wedding because I was shaking and I couldn't breathe, and everybody's terrified reaction made it even worse for me. I had to leave and come back just to me, my husband, and my mother to continue our vows, and while everybody else moved on to the reception, I couldn't even go join them until I was drunk enough to not feel embarrassed. I've been to therapy since then, and I have made some huge progress regarding enough to let me stand with the others. I told her I was so much calmer and less anxious now, and I won't even be the center of attention like I was when I was the bride. She said that she acknowledged my improvement but just doesn't want to take chances. She said that she doesn't want to embarrass me again, and that she'd feel worried about me the whole time, and was also worried that I'd ruin the mood of the wedding if I did happen to have a panic attack. I eventually told her that I'd just rather be a guest if I can't do all the bridesmaid stuff. On the day of her wedding, I was just so sick to my stomach with hurt and sadness that I was because of what she thinks was a reasonable request. I didn't mean to hurt her, but I just couldn't go because I was overwhelmed with hurt. The people I've talked to are all divided on who's the a-hole in this situation. I feel bad for ruining her mood on her wedding day, but I still feel that what she asked of me was hurtful. Am I the a-hole in this situation? Yeah, OP. Like this comment says, you the a-hole. Are you aware that you basically just proved her point? She was worried that your emotions would get the best of you, and that's exactly what happened. You were so overwhelmed with sadness that you couldn't even bring yourself to attend her wedding, even though you said that you would attend. Why should she trust that you wouldn't have a breakdown during her wedding? While you might have made some progress, I don't think that you're as far removed from your struggles as you think. Yeah, and like the top comment says, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, you the a-hole. She's not the a-hole because she doesn't want you causing a scene at her wedding, which 100% would have happened based on your reaction to her decision. So you're somebody who, despite saying that you don't like being the center of attention, will find some way to make everything about yourself. There's no such thing as a maid of honor exchange program. Just because you picked her does not entitle you to the same position at her wedding, especially in light of what went on at yours, which is so beyond the norm that it's not even worth risking. You may think you've got a brand new, shiny, fresh out of the box ability to self-control. You don't. Your reactions are out of whack and frankly out of line. You need to get some more therapy, probably from someone else. You are not some wronged party. Again, you the a-hole big time. And the comment under that one too, can we address the fact that based on OP's story of their own wedding, due to their panic attack, no bridesmaids, groomsmen, or guests could be there during the vows, and now is offended that she can't be standing there during the vows because she might ruin it for everybody? Yeah, and then to just not show up on their friend's wedding day, that's so self-centered, because it doesn't sound like they cancelled or something. It sounds like they just didn't show up even though their friend was expecting them to be there, which would have just upset your friend on their wedding day. And what did the friend even do wrong? Yeah, like this comment says, you the a-hole. She had every reason to think that you might disturb the wedding. She was also looking out for you though. You're making this all about you and you ruined the day for her. She had to make a tough decision, but she made it. And like this comment says, you the a-hole. It sounds like you have a serious case of main character syndrome. I don't fault you for your anxiety, but your friend's wedding is not the place to put this to the test. Deciding to bail on her wedding at the last second was another a-hole move. Her wedding's not about you, and now you've gone and tainted what should have been the happiest day of her life. yourself. It sounds like you haven't done as much work on yourself as you think you have. Yeah, that's so wild. Okay, I feel like this entire video might as well be Am I the Devil? I know I said at the start of the episode that I was hoping it wasn't going to be too horrifying of an episode. Well, it's definitely been a horrifying episode, but I'm definitely enjoying it. The next one's called Am I the a-hole for my actions towards my boyfriend for signing to somebody instead of letting me translate? My 21 female boyfriend, 21 male, is deaf. Before we started dating, I could kind of sign, but since we started dating, I've been trying to get better. I do occasionally make mistakes, and he says that he completely understands me, and I translate for him 99% of the time. We both got caught up with our finals and other stuff, and we haven't been able to go on a date for a while, so I haven't been able to translate for him or be helpful for a while. Recently, we went to a movie theater. We were signing as we went up to the counter to order food, and as we went and ASL, everything else the employee said he did in both languages. He said, "Oh, I'm very sorry. I saw the two of you signing, and I assumed that you were both deaf. Did he or do you want to order?" Referring to my boyfriend. "Or will she order?" He signed that he would order and told him what he wanted. I then told him what I wanted, and after the movie, I was a little bit angry and I asked him why he ordered. He signed that if the employee knew ASL, he could just order and it'd be easier. I signed that I was practicing ASL for him and that he should let me use it. He signed that he was not incompetent and that if he can talk directly to the employee, then why not? I signed that it would be nice to let me help. He signed that he only wants help when he needs it. If it's not needed, I'm just being condescending and rude. We didn't sign the rest of the ride and we've been talking less. Starting to worry that I overstepped and was rude. Am I the a-hole? Yeah, OP, your boyfriend's right. Of course your boyfriend's going to want to talk to the employee himself if he can. I don't understand why that became an issue. I'm sure there's plenty of other times that you'll be practicing. Why can't you be happy for your boyfriend here? The top comment says you the a-hole. Not being able to communicate with others is demoralizing. Your boyfriend had a rare moment where he could actually enjoy being able to directly communicate with the cashier. Instead of being fine with him communicating on his own, you were being controlling and you were demanding that all of his communication goes through you. You absolutely were condescending and rude. There's a whole lot of people that don't know how to sign. You'll have plenty of opportunity to translate, assuming the relationship lasts given your attitude. Yeah, I don't understand why this wasn't a situation where they were happy for their boyfriend. Like, it's not a negative. And yeah, that's right. There are going to be heaps of different times where they're going to be able to practice. But in a situation like this, they should have been like, oh, cool. My boyfriend doesn't need help at the moment. That's awesome. Good for him, you know? Yeah, this comment's also really good. You the a-hole. He didn't need your help. The cashier spoke his primary language. You are there to translate if he needs you to. He's not there for you to practice. You translate for him to make things easier for him. Again, if he needs you to. He was presumably getting along in life before he started dating you. You were rude and you did overstep. Yeah, and this one too. You're angry that he was able to communicate and order for himself without your help. Yeah, you the a-hole. And the one under that too, you the a-hole. This is extremely controlling behavior and isolating for your boyfriend. Why on earth do you think you have to be his translator when another person can speak ASL with him? Yeah, and that opportunity to be able to talk to somebody like that probably doesn't happen that often. And I'm sure he was super excited about it too. The next one is called Am I the a-hole for telling my son's birth mum that she's more like a sister? I adopted my son when he was born. It was an open adoption, but the birth mum, Beth, was so greatly ashamed of being a teen mum that she didn't follow up on any contact, which was fine because I had no intention of involving her too much. The truth is that Ethan grew up with 2 dads and 3 older brothers. We always try to have him spend time with girls. A couple of years ago when Ethan was 9, Beth reached out to see how he was doing. I think she spent the last 9 years being an overachiever so she'd feel worthy of having a relationship with him. Ivy League, married a hedge fund dude, yoga, etc. Ethan is incredibly self-aware and intellectual. You can't BS him. So he and I do enjoy a very open relationship. I get him, but she had to go away to work on herself. I asked how he'd feel about talking with her, and he said that he was open to it. They have a good relationship and they spend time together. He's met her husband. It's been a good thing to know his biological family. Ethan is starting the 6th grade and he has to pick an elective class. There have been arguments about what that class will be. Anyway, he told Beth about it and she messed up by getting involved with it. She said, what's the big deal about him doing yearbook? He should do what he wants to. It's his class. I was like, you got me effed up. I said, girl, you are not his mum. You're more like a sibling and siblings don't get a say in parenting decisions. You take a back seat. You're a seat filler in the life of Ethan. Just don't forget your place. Oh, God, reached out. Wow, okay. I said, I've been raising that kid for 11 years, so it was triggering for you to give you 2 parenting cents. You need to understand that. He understands that you should too. I guess she's waiting for me to apologize for something that she did. I will not. Once you do that, everything goes bad. Wow, that was bad. Yeah, like this comment says, and so nasty to Beth OP. This comment too, you the a-hole. Beth said nothing wrong. Ethan with yearbook. Additionally, going into an open adoption and then stating I had no intention of involving her much anyway is not okay. It smacks of ill intention surrounding the adoption. Also, calling his biological mum, who has had a positive impact on his life, a seat filler, is only going to end up in him not having a relationship with you in the future and choosing her and her family. Yeah, how awful. Calling her a seat filler. Yeah, she didn't do anything wrong. Like this comment too, you the a-hole. She was asking an honest question and you approached her aggressively and undermined her while you were at it. It sounds like there may be some underlying control issues and maybe some insecurities about her involvement in his life. Yeah, for sure. That's so bad. And also, that's definitely enough for today. That was definitely fun and definitely terrifying, and that's enough for today. We need something wholesome. Why is happiness so elusive? Because you look for it in the future instead of the present. Wow, that's so true. I always knew that owls were wise. That is super true though, and that's a good reminder. How I feel after surviving all of my hardest days, beginning to learn to say sorry, being friendlier, being vulnerable, loving life, and beginning to love myself and quit bad habits. Oh, hell yeah, that's so awesome. Good on you, OP. Absolute champion. That's so good. Negative thoughts and overthinking. Having faults is natural and accepting them. Yeah, hell yeah, that's so beautiful. And also motivating. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. And if you did, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. And also subscribe if you want to. And the comment of the day today goes to Horizon Demise. I love the variety of subreddits in the newer videos. It's like having a bag of mixed candies and getting a variety of flavors. Yeah, I'm so happy that you said that because that's how I feel about it too. Even though I did all Am I the Devil in today's episode, which was actually an accident. I wasn't planning on doing that. But yeah, I really enjoy it too. Because I thought about it as if like I was going to go and read posts on Reddit in like my free time or something. Like if you're chilling out and reading funny stuff on Reddit, you're not just going to read one subreddit. So yeah, I felt like doing different subreddits in the episodes would feel sort of natural. Like we're just sort of hanging out and looking at Reddit together. So yeah, I'm happy that you enjoy it too. And yeah, thank you for the support, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!